honestly, I've missed this little guy just so much. When Carrier came out, he kind of ruined so many things. I can't remember where Sentinels are. There it is. And Dethcube. Should say Dethcube Prime. With the systems from the Lith P2 relic, the blueprint from the Lith D1 relic, the Cerebrum from the Meso D4, and the Carapace from the Neo T2. It's a bit annoying getting the relics for these, but you have to remember it's not just the Sentinel that will come with this when you build this. It's also the Death Machine Rifle, which has a little bit more damage, actually can do this, than the other one. It has, actually if I do this the other way around, you can see the added buff. It has twice the crit chance, a little bit more fire rate, 4 times the status, and the damage has gone up a very tiny little bit. That is because this thing, it's basically like a Gorgon or a Gorgon? Or a Supra or the Soma for your Sentinel. Really want to know though, please come with polarities, at least 3 of them please. Oh, and none. Kind of expected since the standard one had no polarities as well, but being a Prime expected at least 1, hoped for 3, would have made things so much easier, but I cannot understand why my normal one has no catalyst in it. That is just straight up weird. So kind of expected it would have none. Does mean there's a lot of work to do though. But this is the mod I keep referring to when I talk about fitting Fired Up to Dethcube, because the way that his gun works is it will start off slow like the Supra will and get faster, meaning that it will do 60% heat when it starts to overheat, meaning it will add fire damage to it over time. Obviously that will be fitted in time. The only thing I couldn't find is his mod. There it is. Vaporize. That is his laser shooting thing. That's the best way to put it. That is his ability. He has the ability to deal 600 damage to an enemy within 300 meters by shooting a laser beam at him, as you can see there, because having him actually do this and seeing it, it used to be a very faint thing. He would do it every now and then. Honestly, the buffs to him were huge. He had 50 armor, he now has 150. He had 200 health, he now has 300. Still has 100 shields, but like any Prime Sentinel, it means that he's just better because he can survive better with the more armor and the more health. If we simulate 3 different enemies, don't pause them, set them to level 50, they should fight amongst themselves, giving Dethcube a chance to fire the laser. There it was, and this is the one big downside to Dethcube. That laser used to be good, now, however, oh, he's actually firing it more than once. Yay! Okay, you need to go away. And you know what? You need to go away. Okay, don't hurt me. Hurt each other. Yes, laser. It doesn't do a great deal of damage, but that blinding effect is where it comes in useful. It has a fairly decent crowd control capacity. You can see, blinded again. This time it only got 1 rather than the 2. And as for the age-old question, who would win in a fight? An arid heavy gunner or a corrupted heavy gunner? Well, I'm not sure, but we'll find out soon enough, because this laser is actually doing something now that they are not paused. The 30-meter range, however, is questionable. Okay. And the arid gunner, heavy gunner, won. I may have kind of sided towards the bad side of that because I did deal damage to that, but hey, whatever. Arid heavy gunner won. So let's revisit that arid heavy gunner from earlier using Atlas to do this. Right. Dethcube, fire at will. Not as much damage. This is kind of expected, but as the longer he fires, the more damage that will be done. This is an arid heavy gunner is not an easy enemy to take out. Lots of armor. Wow. I did not expect that. There's only one question left. This Dethcube was always my favourite Sentinel. I've said this before. That laser was always kind of useful. The stun effect is kind of useful. And, well, the Death Rifle works pretty well. I just want to know what it's like with the Stinger. Because I've favoured the Stinger for a long time now. And it just... Okay, I'm sticking with the Death Rifle. The Stinger, it just annihilates all most of the time, but you can see the combination of that laser is just... It doesn't fire that often, but is very worth it. But the Stinger is... it's having an issue. Half the health of a level 165 Arid Heavy Gunner with one laser blast. Yeah, I was wondering if you were actually going to start firing at one. Silly Dethcube. Okay, that was my fault. I missed with the laser. But you can see the damage it goes up and up. That's the fired up. The longer it fires, the more damage it will do. Because as it heats up, I just ran out of energy. Not a good thing to stand around with level 165 shooting at you. No matter what level you are or what frame you use. Dead. Dead. That was me and Dethcube, hence using the Petrify. Freeze! Oh, I missed! I missed! There you go. It's level 100. I didn't expect it to work as well as it is. You can see the damage increase over time the longer that gun fires. The laser is actually stopping it from firing. And here comes the laser, and he'll be dead before the laser. Yep. So Dethcube Prime. Just another Sentinel? Nope. Definitely a pretty good Sentinel, and the skin is a thing from the marketplace from the Goose Dag 3, and I like the skin on him a lot, but I think I'm going to leave Dethcube Prime and the Death Rifle Prime equipped, because no Sentinel can do that kind of damage that quickly. Nope. No other Sentinel can do this. Even the weapon that I have that is probably my favourite Sentinel weapon, the Stinger, cannot do anywhere near this damage. It doesn't look like it because of the numbers that it has, but they can kill you pretty quickly. But for Dethcube to be able to do that, it's just massively unexpected. And dead. So, I think we'll leave this off here for now. I think Dethcube Prime has more than shown his worth at this point. Skin aside, he just looks really good. The Death Rifle is doing really well, and wow. The longer it fires, the more damage it does, and then comes... oh, the armor's been stripped and it's dead. Kind of speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? So we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.